me the fake Dexter and Sinister Corbin story. Oh, it's so important. You stupid joke of a chapter. It's stupid. Why did I even create this? Anyway, okay, I guess we might as well get this over with. So, it's just stinking. Hello. You people just want to see me suffer. That's the only reason you're here, is to watch me suffer. They're not even characters. How many times do I have to say they're not even characters? And of course, you people just have to make your head cannons, and I just want to see my going on. And so here we are, people. Here we are. Your fan fiction and your fan art, and it's just we've got to be emotes, and we got to have stickers of these guys. Oh, they're so important. I spend all my time slaving over actual characters, actual roots, and giving actual personality to my real OC, but no, you guys have to go, forget about Gale, and Beck Dexter and Sinister Corbin. Oh, those are the people we're really interested in. Gosh, yes, I want to know all about Beck Dexter and Sinister Corbin. Oh, they're so fascinating. Such depth to their character. Well, guess what? You freaking get what you deserve, and here you go. Fine. Someone. Okay, I guess I have to post roles for people. So, Deedra, I think you know what you're gonna do. I'm probably gonna be Truth. So I'm just gonna claim it. Dawn equals truth. The only truth that matters. And that leaves us. Okay, we also have. I guess we got these things. Apparently, people can do that, or maybe I'm forced to voice those stinking things again. And then I guess unknown Jammin. I think you probably know what you're gonna voice. Okay, yeah, I figured. Oh, well, yeah, at least you're voicing a real character. At least you're voicing a real character.
I love how that implies that Deedra is voicing a fake character. The Pale Queen isn't real. You heard it from Don.
Is that a secret
taken
fact?
Out of context. Important context is being stripped away. No. Our princess is real. Our princess is canon. This is not. Don't conflate these two projects. So, without further ado, we're gonna just get this stinking thing over with so we can actually move on to the real canon stuff. So, can everyone see my screen first off? Get this out of here. There we go. The cabin has changed. The princess has changed. A new chapter is being written. And with it, whether intentionally or not, new characters. They bustle about the cabin, silently taking orders from the princess as she sits upon her golden throne, confident in her position and power. Though there are a great many things she does not understand. Largely unnoticed by the would-be ruler, despite their prominent position on either side of her great throne, a pair of metal sentries stand, unmoving. The princess has placed them where she's pleased, mere ornaments to accentuate the glory she perceives within herself. Or so she believes. Unbeknownst to her, the suit of armor to her right is grumbling. Blimey! Is that little prima donna ever gonna shut her gob? Or barely come to sentience, and already I'm wishing I could kill myself! Its complaints go completely unheard by the self-absorbed princess, but not by its rather flustered companion on the left. Heavens, Beck! Such a thing to say, and in front of her ladyship as well. Why, if I were you, I should be feeling honored to be standing by her side as her personal bodyguard, rather than one of those spooky main floor props. At least they get to ignore yapping. Her ladyship's word is the divine will of a miniature goddess and soon-to-be queen of all reality, Beck. Should we not consider it a blessing to partake in her eternal wisdom? Why, practically every sentence of hers is a scripture.
Take this chair. Why so itchy? And where's my juice box?
On it, your ladyship! He scrambles to insert a plastic bendy straw into a cardboard box of her favorite undefined fruit-flavored juice and insert it into the impatient princess's lips.
Finally, good to know at least one of you is semi-useful.
She loudly slurps the juice through the straw before throwing the empty carton into Sinister's open helmet. In spite of being used as a mobile trash bin, the suit of armor gleams with pride. You hear that, Beck? Thinks I'm semi-useful. You're leaking juice. Nothing a bit of spit and polish can't handle. Speaking of Beck, is that rust on the corners of your boudoir? I told you to oil yourself up before the big event, and for the shifting mound's sake, stop slouching. Beck grumpily adjusts his posture, joints creaking obnoxiously as he does so, much to the mortification of Sinister, who mumbles a hasty apology to the princess. Fortunately for him, the princess is busy hearing a report from another suit of armor.
I forgot my voice for her for a second. He's been captured? Yes, I gather he would once I heard Mother's obnoxious yapping. Excellent. Did he try to resist? Oh, a shame. I thought he'd at least manage to put up a better fight. Oh well, hopefully he's learned his lesson. Now everyone, places, just like we rehearsed. Straight lines, ominous silence. Except for you, Bass and Canton.
Another pair of empty suits of armor nod their heads, one of them pulling out a harpsichord, the other singing operatically, which means trombone you gotta play her theme song. Pompous kids think they're so important since they get to do a theme song. I could perform circles around him if I wanted. Now, Beck, don't be jealous. Jealous? Of them? Those two are barely even relevant. Aren't we supposed to be the main focus, seeing this outer little brat place just right next to a giant chair? Every one of her ladyship's servants has a very important role to play. Look as a rubbish bin? It's far more than what you have managed to accomplish for her ladyship, Beck. Now, enough whining, or enough whinging. We have an important guest showing up today, so it's critical that we all make a strong first impression. Poppycock! I'm already everyone's favourite. Posture, Beck, posture! I'd add elocution as well, but since we both know you very well can't master that even if you were given 100 chapters, I'll instead implore you to keep your visor shut. We don't want the court to think you're some low-born mannequin. Beck grumbles, but complies as best he can with Sinister's instructions. As they stand at attention, Beck's posture still slightly slouched, the grand doors of the great hall open and a pair of guards drag their prisoner inside. Commenting on all these events, much to the redundancy of this narration, is the Pale Queen.
Hold on. Okay. The inner chamber is formidable, larger than the main hall of the castle. More ranks of guards flank the carpet you stand on, the remaining length of it leading up to the top of its stone dais where the princess lounges upon an opulent throne made of gold. Her chain remains fastened to her neck, but she does not seem to notice it. Instead, she idly fans herself while regarding you with an amused expression.
What? No mention of us at all? Old Queen was running her gob so much you'd think she'd spare at least a couple sentences of description. Oh, Hushbeck. Clearly, she felt no verbal description could do the artwork of our appearance justice. What artwork? Calm down, you oaf! I like it. Yours didn't even get me good side. Oh, just be glad you're being included at all. Now hush up. Her ladyship is delivering her demo title card stinger.
Up to description, old queen. I'm indeed amused. Is resurrecting your failed servant fairly the best you can do to stop me?
The Usurper. Last shard with the title. Oh, such magnificence! I do believe I'm feeling, what's the phrase the youngsters are using now? Literal chills! Hold on, zoom in! Is that what I think it is? Yep, no nostrils, just a single curved loin. How does she even breathe? Oh, Hushbeck, there's no need for you to nitpick such a masterpiece. Clearly, as a divine being that embodies an as-of-yet unrevealed concept, she has no need for such lowly concepts and materials as oxygen. Also, who in their right mind would make the central focus of their face the nose? Everyone knows it's the eyes that are to be emphasized. Which, by the way, I must say I'm quite pleased with how her eyeliner turned out. Quite elegant, very refined, if I do say so myself. All I'm seeing are a bunch of vertical, slanted grey lines. Well, maybe next time you can apply her monochrome foundation. Anyway, what were they saying? We're getting distracted. They returned their attention back to the guest, who is squinting his eyes painfully as he stares towards the princess, who addresses him in a haughty voice.
What I would like to know is why you chose to return to my castle, even after failing so spectacularly last time we met. Have you chosen to join me? No, I may have a place for you in my ranks, provided you can prove yourself worthy.
What? Just like that? I had to wait 3 intermissions before my application was accepted. Oh, quit your worrying, Beck. I highly doubt she's suggesting that quivering pumpkin will replace us, much less become our manager.
I would make you into commander of my legions. With you serving at the head of my army, we would stab the old queen's hiding place and bring her to her knees. You would share in the spoils and receive all honors, titles, and adulations you could ever desire.
Well, I mean, if she thinks he's qualified, I wouldn't mind working under him as his subordinate. After I've spent so much time proving my loyalty. Your visor's leaking oil. It's nothing. It's just a bit of moisture from the juice box is all. I'm not worried about being cast aside. Mate, I think we're all headed for the scrap heap once she's done with us. Nonsense, Beck. Why, she values us, all of us. Which is why we should be honored to serve her in whatever capacity she chooses. Even if it is as a garbage bin. Do you think the Pale Queen would treat her hired help better? Quiet you, her ladyship is doing something.
The little princess raises her hand. On command, one of her toy soldiers marches forward before presenting you with a soft pillow bearing your knife.
Bloody Chevron thinks she's oh so important, 'cause she gets to carry the pillow. I would have liked to carry that pillow. While this is happening, the princess whispers to her guards.
Okay, so you'll be my super scary champion. So just walk down the steps menacingly and get ready to fight.
What? Is she bloody serious? How are we supposed to fight? We didn't even study EMA. Oh, come Now, Beckle chap, you're a literal suit of armor, armed with a deadly medieval weapon. I should think that brawling would be right up the alley of a crude bloke such as yourself. Really, you should be honored you've been given this task. She's pointing at you, you git. Pardon? Sinister glances towards the princess, who impatiently waves him forward with her fan.
Go on. It's not like the old rook's gonna beat his brains out himself.
Brains out? My lady! I would never question your sublime judgment. But really, I must protest. I've never done something so savage. I'm hardly qualified. I was literally born this chapter. I've never even been in a fight before. I should be honored you've been given this task. Now, quiet you. You've made your point. I suppose I shall do my best.
What the fuck? I was gonna get to my milkshake. Another larger suit of armor, the one standing to the right of the princess, steps down from the dais before approaching, its form towering over you.
Its visor is also sweating buckets of oil, and it's holding its weapon in trembling metal gauntlets, but nobody else thinks to comment on this fact. Oh, I'm feeling faint. I'm going to collapse into a rusted heap right on the floor. At least you're not wetting yourself off to get what's gonna fight you. Sure enough, after getting railroaded into an unwinnable option tree, Sir Knight wets himself, to the amusement of nobody but the child princess.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry, I like you know how it is with my laughter.
A divine laugh. If only one such as myself could show merriment like her. Merciful quiet! And all over the royal carpets! I just had those dry cleaned. Why, you cretin!
In the flash, the princess's champion rushes forward, weapon raised.
I'll teach you to respect the decor! But as enraged as Sinister Corbin is, his weapon is raised not out of a desire to strike a blow against Sir Knight, but because he evidently has no training with how to properly handle a polearm. The hapless suit of armor steps up to Sir Knight, finger raised to deliver a very stern lecture, when he trips over his own feet, causing the polearm to clumsily crash into Sir Knight's side. This, of course, is misinterpreted by everyone. Yes, it beat his ass! Oh, my dear fellow, I didn't mean to, Here, please, allow me to... He attempts to help Sir Knight back onto his feet, only to slip on the nasty puddle Sir Knight left behind from his... accident. Oh! He flails, polearm managing to smash against Sir Knight repeatedly as the hapless Sinister Corbin attempts to regain his balance. Before the suit of armor can even process what has happened, Sir Knight is kneeling on the ground, battered, broken, and nearly defeated. All through sheer, dumb luck. Wow, Sin! I didn't think you could be so vicious!
Yes, I knew I picked the right. Now that's what I call a mindless killing machine.
Happy to serve, my lady.
Yeah, and the old queen does nothing but commentate as her own champion is brutalized. Is this all you can do, you senile storyteller? Come on, show me how you managed to imprison me for so long. Empower your servant, heal his wounds, give him the strength of 100 men. Only the one who can call her champion back from the grave can do something as simple as defeat a single soldier from my legion.
I'm actually starting to get jealous, Sin. You're doing a real bang-up job. Why, yes, I suppose I am. Yes, indeed, I am her champion. Whilst I am still standing, no harm shall befall the precious lady. Oi, champion, on your right! I what? But his reaction time is far too slow. While the suit of armor was busy pumping himself up, Sir Knight exploited the distraction by charging forward and knocking the hapless champion's metal helmet from his shoulders. Merciful it! My head! Whatever became of it? I can't see! What the narrator's even going on now? He begins flailing about, swinging his weapon in random directions. Miraculously, his clumsy buffoonery makes him into an even more devastating weapon than before.
But you don't get a chance to hit it again. Before you can perform any follow-up to your initial strike, the empty suit of armor punches you in the gut. Your armor absorbs most of the shock, but the blow still pushes you off balance, sending you sprawling back. Before you can recover, before you can recover, its weapon strikes next. You are smashed onto your back, but the princess's champion is not finished.
Did any of that get through?
There was only a yerk coming
just a
through.
little-
It's like an A.
It's almost funnier that way.
Where the narrator am I?
Blow after blow rains down upon you as the princess's champion smashes against your armor repeatedly. You raise your arms to try and block the blows, but they are battered away. You feel your bones crunch and snap as your armor buckles and breaks. Blood fills your mouth and leaks from several of the holes punched through your armor. In spite of it all, you manage to keep hold of the knife in your trembling hand, clutching it like a lifeline.
Oi, your head's on your right! On your right! Am I getting warmer or colder? Oi, don't swing your stick around so heavily. You almost played golf with your own head. Oh, narrator, damn it. Now you did golf your own head. Oh, all in one. Pretty impressive. Didn't even know we'd set up a mini golf course in here. Just fetch my bloody head! All right, gee, I'm getting it. Beck clambers down the steps, his exit unnoticed by everyone, before scrambling to the mini golf course, not mentioned in the Pale Queen's narration, before fishing Sinister's head from the last hole. While this is going on, the princess questions Sir Knight. Sir Knight declares his undying love for the Pale Queen, and the princess proceeds to throw a tantrum. Oi! Found your head! Back on me! Beck slams Sinister's head back onto his body, just in time for the hapless suit of armor to hear the princess's next command.
Champion, execute this love-struck fool and clean up the mess.
What? What? Execute? I'm not a headsman. I wanted to execute him. I mean, I've already defeated him, somehow. Surely I can clean up the mess without, breaking him? He came back to life once. I'm sure it's no big deal for a shadow god bird not like him. Fair point. I suppose you're right, and it is what her ladyship demands. I'll, get right on it.
The Pale Queen seems to have gone to the toilet.
Uh-oh.
The water construct.
Okay, sounds good. We can just go ahead and wait for just a second. Alright, so you guys can unmute for just a second. Man,
Hey guys.
what an idiotic, it's just, I'm glad we're only reading this once and then we're gonna be done with this forever because, man, you just, talk about bad writing. Never want to see this again.
I think it's funny. Even if it's not canon, it's
We're
funny.
gonna
This is also my
we're
first
gonna
time
have to
ever
read
reading.
the whole thing.
This is a great
All-
time to find the first time reading. I will say that.
We're
I
gonna
might
have to
do
read
a
the whole
meme.
thing. All
I might
of
do a
it
meme.
once part 3 comes out.
Yeah,
The
I
what?
was kind of hoping to wait for part 3, but I don't know what part 3 like. But since the live read is here and I don't want to miss the live read, reading it now it
There's no
is.
part 3! Anyway, Deidre, you're back. Let's get this over with. Go!
The champion steps forward, puppeteered by the princess's will, preparing to kill you.
Yes, that's right. You're a stone-cold killer. Always have been, Sin, old chap. It's just like all those dust bunnies you killed. Yes, absolutely murdered those filthy bastards. No remorse whatsoever. You can totally, heartlessly, mercilessly split open his skull and watch his grey matter leak all over the carpet, staining it with his blood and viscera and great big old gobs of guts. Yes, that. Just another mess to clean up. Gonna get on that soon. Sin? What? Can't see I'm getting ready to mash his organs into a bloody paste on the already stained floor? Oh, don't see any floor. What? The two suits of armor stand suspended in a textureless void. Across from them, Sir Knight silently rises to his feet, a phantom devoid of thought and emotion. What the narrator is that fellow doing? Knife! Too late. Before any of the princess's guards can react, the pristine blade is flung through the empty void, closing the distance between itself and the princess, before burying itself in the little girl's chest with a muffled thunk. Moments later, the throne room comes back into view. My lady? Oh, mound! The princess stares down at her chest, blood blossoming from her bosom. Her guards, frozen in shock, are unable to do anything but watch as she bleeds out. No! In spite of her impending doom, the princess has enough strength for one last act of revenge.
Silence! You haven't won. Art, the assassin. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
With pleasure. Come here, you cheating Deus Ex Machina power-using git! While Dexter and the rest of the either unnamed or largely unacknowledged suits of armor dogpile Sir Knight like they usually would each other during one of their rugby games, Sinister Corbin alone pushes his way through the crowd, desperately trying to reach the dying princess. No, an unending dawn! No! This can't be! Princess, just hang on! Sin? Oi, Sin! What are you doing? Help me out, Beck! Please! We have to save her! Beck hesitates only a moment before rushing to Sinister's side. The two of them charge up the steps of the throne, desperate to try and reach the princess before it's too late. But they are too late. Like a puppet whose strings have been cut, Beck Dexter, Sinister Corbin, and all the other suits of armor suddenly fall to the ground, motionless, but not unconscious. My lady, I don't feel so good. As her servants lay motionless on the ground, the princess speaks her final words.
weak laughter. You fools! Do you think you've won? Had you stepped down and allowed me to take my rightful place on the throne, you'd have created a better kingdom. World! But not anymore. Say that I do not rise again like your esteemed knight, Pale Queen. Because no, when I return, I promise, I will show no mercy.
She says this, and then she dies. No. The world unravels. Everything goes dark. They die. And yet, death is not the end.
Yeah!
That
Yippee!
was a
I was
suspicious
a blood
red
panel
tone.
last panel? Did they get a new freaking tile just for this?
Oh, don't do that!
Boo,
He
woo,
wrote
woo,
it.
woo, woo.
He can boo as much as he wants.
Okay, okay.
Dang, I wish we had a boo soundboard. I just think it would be funny in this context.
Yeah,
I know, so
yawns.
Yes!
exactly.
Yawns? I think
I'm-
Jans is digging through it.
I'm looking for one. I don't see any.
This is
Keep
Knew it.
digging. Keep digging, man.
And to compliment, though, yes, as some of you noticed at the seam here, something is going on. But you should not think about it because, again, none of this is canon. That being said, we're going to go ahead and we'll move on to part 2.
I can't believe you got a
Just to
new
get this
background
over
voice
and done
that
with.
you
Although we
supposedly
can
hate
wait
and
for
is
Jans to
non-canon.
find a boo so that we can give this the proper booing that it deserves. Until that happens, everyone just boo at the screen. Boo!
I have a villager disapproval sign.
Boo! You suck, fake Dexter and Sinister
You
Corbin.
can boo all you want, but I won't.
Boo! Boo!
You'll have to pay me in order to say boo.
Was it pay or slay?
Hey, either or. Whatever gets me first.
Pay the Princess. That's a new spin-off.
Yes, give me that bag!
The new AAA version of Slay the Prince. Pay
I
the
just want
Princess.
your money.
I just You'll never unlock my golden bikini art form if you don't download the
If you
expansion.
beat the staff ghost
Oh
in
my
this
God.
race, you'll
Trombone.
unlock gold HEV suit.
Oh my god, trombone.
This is the man who has written rule
My
number 5.
pants.
Let that sink in. Goddamn y'all.
Pay the princess. Towers OnlyFans. Trombone says.
Feet pics.
Okay, glad you said it out loud so I don't
Okay.
have to.
She already has them out for free. Might as well get some bag from it.
Oh my god.
With that diversion over with, let's go ahead and continue before we go even crazier. Everyone mute. Everything is dark, and it will remain that way. The previous chapter has ended. The page has turned. No words remain for their script, yet the book refuses to close. 2 entities, so minor in importance that they can barely even be called characters. their purpose in the narrative now finished, rise unsteadily to their feet to face the empty page. Is having such a peaceful rest. Rest! Rest! What the narrator happened to us? Where even are we?
Boo!
Congratulations! You found it right after the previous chapter ended. Anyway, I'm gonna wake up to the booing rooster over there. New character. Have fun creating headcanons of that one. It's kinda hard to make anything out. Did you bring a torch? Do I look like a torch dispenser? Oh no, you don't really look like anything in this light. Just kinda a big grey blur. Like an ever-grown muppet. Could you please try to take things seriously? We appear to be in the middle of a literal nowhere, and while I'm trying to get our bearings, you think that now is the time to tell jokes like some jester. Oh my, I thought it was a little funny. Funny? How is any of this funny? I mean, never mind. I don't want to hear your inane answer. Just shut up and make yourself useful, or at least stay out of my way. I'm finding my way back. Perhaps. So what happened was just a dream. Yes, just a dream. A terrible, terrible nightmare from which we have awakened. In which case, we must make haste, leave these dark chambers, and return to our ladyship's side. You mean the lady who was stabbed in the— Shut it! The suit of armor named Sinister stalks forward, metal boots clanking against the textured floor of the void. Shrugging his unrefined companion follows, whistling a tune to himself. They wander for some time, or perhaps no time at all. They cannot tell. They do not even know if there even is a passage of time to tell. I think we're going in circles, mate. Impossible. We've been heading straight this entire time. I've seen that same grey fold 7 times now. Mate. But then, if we're just looping on the same non-existent landmarks or void marks? Null marks? I don't even know. What kind of hellish non-landscape is this? How are we supposed to get out of here? It's not that bad, is it? I mean, we've got plenty of space. That's all we've got! That and each other. Right! How wonderful! I'm here with you! Maybe I'm wrong, and this is still a horrible dream. Oblivious to his companion's reaction, Sinister presses onward, though onward is debatable. There is no direction for him to follow, no destination to strive for. There is only walking, followed by sprinting, then stumbling, and then panicked pacing. No stars, no moon, no trees, no path. We're lost! Completely lost! What do we do? What do we do? Oh, cheer up, old chap. We can't be that lost. I'm sure something will turn up eventually. How can you be so blasé about this? I mean, it's not like I'm not a little scared. New place and all. But I can't complain too much. Not like we're in any danger. We're just walking and talking, the two of us. Well, you're the ones doing most of the talking, mostly panicking. But even if we was heading towards inevitable peril, I'm sure we could handle it. Oh, like we handled things last time. I mean, it could have been worse. It could not have been worse. That was categorically the worst situation could have ever possibly unfolded. It's not your fault. Never mind. There's no use getting into it now. If it even happened, I'm still holding out hope that all of that might have just been a terrible, terrible dream. I just need to press on, ignore my doubts, and return to her ladyship's side, where I belong. You ever consider maybe doing something else? Like what? Your inane jokes all day? I mean, lady's gone. We're here in a new place, new world, new chapter of our lives. Limitless possibilities, you know? If by limitless you mean waste away in a limitless void, then I'll take the certainty of her ladyship's service every time. Thank you very much. Just a suggestion. Thank you. Your unsolicited life advice was very much appreciated. Now let's get going. Mate, I think it's pretty clear we're not going anywhere. So what do you suggest we do? Nothing? Not hurt to take a break every now and again. But what if it does hurt? What if she's hurt? If she's hurt, then you're not gonna be of much help if you've rusted yourself into disintegrating slag heap. Come on now, take a load off. But health and safety, mate. Won't be serving her ladyship if we're not in tip-top shape. Is that a bit of rust on your gorget? Beck, there's no... Oh, wait. Heavens! I am a little rusty there. How long have we been wandering aimlessly? Long enough. Beck pulls his fidgeting companion down into a seating position on the textured nothingness. Reaching inside Sinister's helmet, he pulls a bottle of oil and a handkerchief from Sinister's spacious breastplate before dabbing at the brown stain. Thank you, Beck. That will do. The two sit in silence for a moment, Beck reclining against an invisible wall, while Sinister stares into the endless vastness before him. Do you think we'll find our way back, Beck? Beck shrugs. Honestly, not a doubt in the world. Not with you so determined to drag us back. But I've been getting us nowhere. And considering that's where we currently are, we haven't gotten off track this whole time. Semantics, Beck. You know what I mean. Look, if you think about it, we've basically wandered all over nothing already. That means the only place left for us to go is somewhere. I'm not following. Course not. You're supposed to be leading us there. That is, if you're wanting to wander again. You really think I'll get us anywhere? Not anywhere. Somewhere. There's a difference, see? But we'll only find out about it if you decide you want to get going. If you're so certain about this, why don't you lead us there? You mental? A bloke like me? No, I'm not exactly the kind of lad who'd take us anywhere, and anywhere is not where you's wanting to be. You, Beck, makes so very little sense. And yet... Oh, what the hell? Let's try it. I shall lead us. Somewhere. That's the spirit! Satisfied, the two armatures continue their journey. Little has changed. They still walk in the same fashion, towards the same non-existent horizon. But now, there is purpose. No longer panicking, Sinister struts ahead, leading a cheerful Beck, who follows in his companion's shadow, content to go wherever his maybe friend takes him. But they are not headed to wherever. Eventually, Sinister finds somewhere. And in that somewhere is something. Oi! Is that a giant pile of naked women? The crass bassinet gawks at the mound of hair, limbs, and bodies before them. They do indeed have the form of women, and they are indeed without clothing. His description is adequate. Adequate enough for Sinister to agree with the assessment, and immediately panic as a result. Manners, Beck! They are ladies, and they deserve our respect, which would probably include diverting our gaze so as to not peer upon them when they are indecent. It's not like I fancy them or nothing. It's the principle, Beck. We do not wish to make them uncomfortable. I mean, it's not like we're bothering them. Look, these dames are all asleep. Makes it even worse. Oh, should I wake him up? Go wake him up. Beck walks up to one of the sleeping women before kneeling down and shaking her roughly by the shoulders. Oi! Wake up! We staring at you in Shockwood if he is asleep! The woman wakes up with a start, eyes growing very wide as she jerks herself out of Beck's grasp before diving behind another nearby mound of sleeping women. Quivering, she stares from behind her curvaceous barricade, her long white hair considerably frazzled. You alright? She ducks her head down. Well, she's weird. At least she's awake now, though. Shall I wake the other Sin? Oh, I think you've already done that, Beck. The once still mound begins to shift, feminine forms stirring as wide eyes open and heads rise to stare at the ironclad intruders. I think we should excuse ourselves, Beck. Right now. But we haven't even introduced ourselves yet, honestly, and you say I'm impolite. Hello, ladies. I'm Beck, and this is my mate, Sinister. What do you lot call yourselves? The figures creep closer, long hair flowing beside them in rivulets of white light. They each wear a different expression, some hesitant, some eager, some with sharp fangs, others with soft fingers. One by one, they speak, their words coming out in a multitude of overlapping whispers.
I am curiosity drawn towards a flame.
I am resentment seething beneath a sarcastic grin.
I am indecision, crying out for guidance.
I am fear fleeing into a crevice.
I am lost and cloaked in a haunting, mournful veil.
I'm a joke, a punchline directed at you.
The last one lunges at the two suits of armor. Sinister falls over in a clanging heap. The lunging figure throws her head back and laughs. Those are interesting names. I wonder if I should be writing these down. They're monsters, Beck! Monsters who are going to kill us! The group approaching them falls to the ground, eyes closing in silent slumber. From deeper within the pile, a new set of figures burst out into the open, faces manic, savage, snarling, filled with a mixture of hatred, hunger, and cruelty.
Monster, suppose I would want to disappoint. I shall feast upon your metal flesh,
But not before I play with you a little.
I can't wait to test my strength.
Yeah, it was right. Blimey, these ones got some attitude. They wouldn't mind getting into a bit of a tussle. You think they'd be willing to pluck that giant chicken what killed the little lady and plunged us into this here netherworld? Beck, we are not recruiting them. We are running now. Oh, relax, mate. It's not like they can actually hurt a couple of armored blokes like us. Besides, most of them were doing nothing but napping up to this point. Seems like a pretty lazy bunch to me. One of the figures slams her fists against Beck, only for her hand to fall limply to the ground before she and the rest of her vicious cohorts collapse in a sleeping heap. Moments later, they are replaced by a new group, the vast majority of them yawning and rubbing crust from their drooping eyes.
Yeah, whatever. Think what you want about us. I don't care. I was having a pleasant dream before you ruined it. Can everyone... Shut up. Well, I guess I'm awake now. I should probably start doing something productive. Eventually.
As the new group lounges about in lackadaisical stillness, Sinister Corbin takes a hesitant step towards them, examining them with the hollow slit of his helmet. Beck, there is something awfully peculiar about these creatures. Women, am I right? No, not like that. I'm saying that these women are particularly odd. The yawning chorus comes to a complete stop as the latest group fall into each other in a snuggling blanket of impossibly deep sleep. A new group rises up directly behind the two suits of armor, causing Sinister to jump with a start.
Wait, I'm not weird. Do you think I'm weird?
No, I just wanna... examine their feet.
Hey, give that back! Sinister snatches back the sabaton the grinning figure was holding to her nose with quivering eagerness, only to be mauled by an equally awkward figure who presses her eyes into his helmeted face.
Hi, hello? Oh, hi, salutations, greeting, hello, my name is Princess. That's because I'm a princess. Can I share my hobbies with you, please? I want to be your friend. I've never had a friend before. Could you please be my friend? Sorry? Am I talking too much? Am I standing too close? I'm sorry, I just want you to like me, please.
Hello, I'm completely normal.
Sinister Corbin delicately pries the woman off himself before taking a step back. Rest my case. Apologies, my good ladies, but before he can finish his sentence, the figure he is addressing collapses into another exhausted heap. As they ebb away, a new tide of figures, holding themselves with grace and poise, approach.
No need to apologize, steel-clad stranger. We are all aware of our peculiar nature. Please, arrest thyself of thy vexations, good fellows of armored constitution. You are among friends and allies here. But do not mistake yourself as equals. Hold yourselves to a proper standard of subservience befitting the likes of your rank and station, and I may see fit to overlook your most recent indiscretion.
Me out here! Don't look at me, mate. I'm terrible with women. Fantastic. Well, I suppose we're not really getting anywhere with them in terms of conversation. They just keep falling over moments after they wake up. As if on cue, they collapse. Yes, like that. Well, at least they aren't actively trying to kill us, but what are they? Beats me. I kinda stopped trying to figure out that existential stuff a long time ago. I mean, look at us. What the hell are we supposed to be? I bet those birds are just as confused as we are. Beck, please stop describing them. I'm starting to get the impression that... But before he can finish his sentence, a mob of figures burst from the squirming pile of bodies around their sabatons. Tangles of grasping limbs trace the outlines of their metallic bodies, while wide, curious eyes stare deep into their shapes. One of them takes off Beck's helmet and gazes inside.
This one is hollow, an ornament meant to decorate. Its figure was designed to please the eye, but its shape was never meant to be examined so closely. It failed to fulfill its function, yet continues to function all the same.
Another group of figures traces their fingers along the metal surface of Sinister.
This one is the same, yet distinct in its own way. It was useful once, so it yearns to be used again. But it is a discarded thing, damaged. It may very well be used up altogether.
Oi, hands off the merchandise! I'm pretty sure I'm expensive. What do you reckon they mean, Beck? Beats me. I just wish they'd be a bit less huggy. Well, maybe next time you decide to shake a sleeping person awake, you'll remember this.
Person? I don't think I'm a person. Not like you. Persons. Are they persons? I do not know. They are not like us. Me. We. I am more.
You all seem to have a lot of opinions about us, good ladies, but may we be honored to know to whom it is we have the privilege of becoming the objects of inspection? Each figure that rose before rises again. All of them as one face the strangers who are not them and speak.
We are dead.
In unison, they fall to the ground, silent. Head? Oh, bloody hell, they're ghosts! Beck! Though, is that accurate? Are you indeed phantoms? Distant eyes meet an empty sky as they continue to speak in harmony.
Not truly. We have flesh and bone and grasping fingers. Most of us. What does it mean to die? Have we truly lived? A memory is a stagnant thing that warps and rots to nothing eventually. Did it live while it was known? Did it die when it was forgotten? Yes, we are dead, and we have died 1,000 deaths to be here. But death becomes life. Flesh becomes soil, becomes roots, becomes an open sky. And life becomes death. All things end, even endings themselves. We were endings once, from myriad beginnings unseen.
I, don't follow. The crowd agitates, splintering.
Of course you don't. You're stupid. Not that that's a bad thing. You're trying your best after all.
I love stupid people. I could explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. I'm sorry. I don't think even I truly understand it. It can't be understood. It is beyond you and us and everything.
I see. Oh, well, I suppose I don't see. Not really. How can you all possibly be dead, or were you just being figurative when you said that? They compose themselves.
Figurative and literal. In this place, are these truly different? Is death only death if it claims a body? Or is there more that can die? Does a thought have life, a memory, a connection, a bond? Are they born? Do they grow, live, and come to an end? Is that death a mere poetic figure, or literal pain and true termination? We do not know. Only one thing we know for certain. This place is the dwelling of the dead.
Silence as the figures surrounding the suits of armor slump to the ground, hair covering their faces as their arms feebly struggle to keep their drooping bodies upright. Eventually, Beck raises his head.
So, if all the stuff down here is dead, does that mean we're dead? What? That's your question? What sort of question even is that? It's preposterous. I mean, look at us, Beck. We're moving around, and talking, and thinking, and...
He clutches the sides of his helmet, metal clanking with barely suppressed shivers.
Is it really true? Are we?
One of the figures, a gentler one, places a soft, comforting hand on Sinister's shoulder.
To be fair, I don't know if death is very meaningful as a concept for us. I mean, regardless of how others might term our existence, at the end of the day, we still... You're not getting picked up.
None of it got picked up.
None of it. Well,
That got picked up.
well, it got picked up a little bit.
There was a little
Soundboard to scream. Perfect!
Never mind.
The distressed suit of armor flees into the distance, screaming. With a sigh, Beck turns to the drooping figure who failed to reassure his companion. Yeah, sorry, he can be a bit of a baby sometimes. I better go check on him.
Maybe we should have eased into the whole being dead thing. After all, death can get a person stressed. We should have carped way more DMs and now we're never gonna see it. Does it upset you to know that you might also be considered deceased?
Nah, it's good to know we're dead here. Feels nice to get that off of the chest. So, do any other dead things come around here?
Well...
In the distance, a scream is heard. It's not Sinister's.
Unhand me, you Harrigan!
Oh, bloody pale queen, she's back!
In the distance is a creature who, though she would perceive herself as larger than life, currently appears quite diminutive against the tide of figures who poke and prod and pinch, examining the creature with a mix of intense curiosity and fawning delight.
This one is so small and yet so very vast. Like us, but so different, with magnificent wings. Oh, look at this. What a fascinating tiara. It's not even bloodstained. No, it burns with a fiery light, ready to incinerate all who oppose it. We should spar sometime. What a precious thing. Aww. Are those my gloves? The time for words has ended, and now it's time for hugs only.
The crowd descends on her, the princess struggling in vain to bat them away as they pinch her cheeks and ruffle her feathers.
Ill-mannered slatterns! What on earth did I do to deserve this treatment? Where is my knight? Where is my wretched knight?
The wretched knight in question barrels through the crowd of doting figures, knocking aside several as he attempts to rejoin with his mistress.
Oh, my dear sweet lady, you're alive! Well, no, actually, you're very much deceased, but, well, it still gratifies me to once again come face to face with your glorious, corpse.
Dexter grumbles to himself, silently shaking his head as he stalks towards Sinister, who is just barely managing to stick his head between the shoulders of two exceedingly affectionate figures. I keep using figures a lot. Should I just give up and say minis? Yeah, probably for the best. It's not exactly a technical term, but everyone knows what it actually means. You done? The slow-witted, oafish, and disgruntled suit of rusty metal, unable to exercise sufficient patience to wade through even a paltry line of description, shoves his way through several gushing minis to find his companion simpering at the hem of his lady's dress.
Finally, took you long enough. You, servant, convey me from this miserable place and back onto my throne. Immediately!
'Twance, your ladyship, your wish is my command. As soon as I figure out how to convey you from this place. Not likely, in case you hadn't figured it out, your ladyship. The whole lot of us are bleeding dead. That's usually pretty bloody permanent. Back, Corbin.
Quiet you! As if anyone solicited your opinion. Yes, that utter knave of a feathered fool may have gone over with his wretched, underhanded tactic, but clearly I am made of more resilient stuff. Divine stuff. Death cannot hold dominion over one as such as I.
Naturally not, your ladyship. I should have known one as radiant as yourself would be able to divine the secrets of immortality, like how Sir Knight did, and we did. And are those women immortal beings as well? At this point, I have no bloody clue what the difference is between being alive and being dead, except of course for the fact that it seems none of us can leave whatever this place is.
I'm hearing a lot of yapping and not a lot of carrying me out of here.
She gestures to Sinister with her fan.
You, be back, now.
Right away! You know, you have 2 feet. You could just, I don't know, walk.
In this dress? In these shoes? Don't be daft.
You wear shoes?
Naturally. High heels, in fact.
She smugly kicks her legs to show her avian feet painfully squished into a pair of platinum platform high heel shoes. Fan artists have fun depicting this. Ouch!
Philistine. I wouldn't expect the likes of you to understand the nuances of fashion and style. Now, if you're going to continue running your oversized rusted mouth, at least put it to good use and ask these locals how to leave this sordid place.
Can't you do that yourself? Manasbeck, Manasbeck, we're finally reunited with her ladyship, and this is how you want to treat her? You should be overjoyed to be useful again. Oh, come off it. It's not like I was completely useless before. Pah! Fine. He turns towards the crowd of minis. So, any of you dames know where to go from here? Each of the assembled minis point a different direction. One just shrugs. Ah, well, thank you anyway, I suppose. Uh-oh.
Indeed.
Mic troubles.
Oh,
We'll give
I'm
it just
out.
a sec. Alright.
Okay,
Test,
there we
test,
go.
test. Okay, I'll reread the line previous and then we'll go into that. Ah, well, thank you anyway, I suppose.
No problem. Whoop, back to being dead.
All is one, the minis fall back to the ground in a gigantic heap, dead. Sinister turns to his lady, who idly fans herself while riding atop his back. Well, my lady, it would seem that nobody is able to provide us with directions. Where would you have us go?
I already assigned you the task of conveying me out of this place. Figure it out. I'm too busy planning my vengeance.
You're not the only one, little lady. Well, Now that I think of it, a good friend told me that if we don't know where anywhere is, somewhere will do. So, let's head there. Though it's not being tempered, the helmet of Dexter briefly flashes red hot.
I don't want to go somewhere. I want you to take me to my throne. Bah, useless heap of slag metal. Why did I bother trusting you with such a simple task? Fine, I'll lead us out of here, so I'm clearly the only one with any brains. You just watch where I point my finger and follow.
Yes, your ladyship. The attending noble hesitates, imperceptibly, before confidently pointing off to a horizon that looks the same as all the others.
Yes, that way. Onward, my servants, we shall be back before dawn.
Here's a packed lunch in case you get peckish, sweetie.
The little lady stares with confusion as one of the dead minis reaches out a deceased arm to hand her a beautifully gift-bundled bento box before falling back to the cold, lifeless void, dead.
Thank you. Can you carry this for me, will you?
She hands it to Beck. Fine. They trudge onward in the direction the little princess is pointing. Unwrapping the package, Beck proceeds to sample the contents of the bento box, throwing each item into his empty helmet while the princess's back is turned. The trio continue at a steady march. Their pace does not change, nor does their heading. Whatever progress the previous journey afforded to a fellowship of two is absent now. Time quickly loses meaning, followed by distance, and then thought. It is monotony brought to its end. There is nowhere to go. There is nowhere to be. Nothing to do but continue traveling. And complain.
Are we there yet?
We'll get when we bloody get there!
Where's there?
I don't know, you're the one leading us!
You insolent little...
What my terribly exhausted compatriot is trying to say is that while none of us would ever think to question your divine wisdom, it does seem like we are making very little progress as of now. Might it perhaps be prudent to, reconsider our course?
90% of gamblers quit before they hit it big, so silence! I do not want to hear the opinions of any of my servants. I did not construct you to be philosophers. I did not design you to think. I shouldn't be hearing anything from your rustling helmets. Least of all is inane drivel from a servant who failed me.
Sinister goes silent, his body seeming to almost collapse in on itself. Beck, having long since finished up the contents of the packed lunch, crushes the empty bento in his grip. I am sorry, your ladyship. I tried my best. You did nothing wrong, mate.
Yet, it was not enough all the same. I don't know why I expected anything different. I could never rely on any of you to perform even the simplest of tasks. And why should I? You're just hunks of metal after all.
She roughly kicks Sinister's side before instantly regretting her decision as she clutches her bruised foot with a silent curse.
I should scrap you all once we get back home. Maybe I'll replace you with a stronger servant next time. Something big and intimidating. Like a monolithic stone statue. Yeah, sounds far more reliable.
Indeed, your ladyship. I think such a servant would serve you well.
What did I say about talking?
That you don't want to hear my opinion.
Hey, nobody cares about the opinion of some rusted pile of scrap metal.
And nobody cares about the opinion of some spoiled, rotten brat.
Excuse me? What did that oaf say?
Nothing, your ladyship. Just a bout of madness, that's all. We'll be silent, just like you asked. Beck, it's fine. I don't need you making excuses for me. Just drop it. The little princess looks down at Beck Dexter, a contemptuous sneer on her face. Beck glances once at Sinister, before looking away with a grunt. Fine. You don't need me. Nobody needs me. Or drop it.
That's what I thought. Now we can get back to what's important. I believe I was leading us out of here. I should have come up with a mark. I should have come up with a marker of some kind. Oh, look! There's a light up ahead.
Oh my! You're right, your ladyship!
You're still talking. But I'll be gracious. After all, you are correct for once. I am right. As if there was ever any doubt.
Ahead of the trio, a bright light appears in the textured void of the sky, growing brighter and still brighter, like a burning red star. Is that a shooting star?
Star in this void? No. It must be the light of the castle. What else could it be?
Oh my mound! It's coming right towards us! Run!
They run, but there is nowhere to go. The only location is where they stand. Nothing else is defined. With a blinding blast of light, a powerful shockwave scatters them across the textured nothing. A softness like decaying earth breaks the fall of each. As the light fades, a crater reveals itself, carved into the nothing by something. Something within twitches, then kneels, then stands.
So, I am cast off again.
From her supine position, the little princess looks up in horror to see someone very much like herself. Cocking her head with an audible crack, the newcomer looks down at the little princess, eyes burning with contempt.
And once more, forced to look at myself in the mirror.
If you made it to the end,
What is wrong with you? I told you not to read this! What? Do you think there's some kind of achievement for wasting your time like this? There is nothing here. It's all just pointless nonsense. Yes, that's right. Nonsense. There's no part after this one. There's no finishing the story because this isn't a story. Just a stupid, rambling, incoherent mess of sentences that mean nothing. I'm not doing another part, no matter how much you bother me. There's going to be no...
Oops.
There's not gonna be any audio recording of me reading this for like an entire audiobook. There's gonna be no acknowledgement of anything that happens here in the actual story. Nothing. You get nothing.
Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer.
Shut up. You get nothing. Nothing. This is nothing. Look, it's all nothing. Shut up. Shut up.
Sorry,
That's a
Dr.
lot of
Alfred,
nothing.
So I'll scroll all the way to the bottom.
Nothing. You get nothing.
Me.
Shut up, loud incorrect buzzer.
It's fun. This was fun. This was actually, like, the second chapter was a lot sadder than I thought it was gonna be.
It's all a tragedy, all a travesty that this should even exist. But I suppose at least some of you had fun.
You know for a fact, depending on how part 3 goes, there may or may not be, well...
Quiet, Deedra!
I'm looking forward to
Stop
this part
spreading
3.
misinformation.
Why Jamaica
I'm gonna-
hibiscus specifically? I don't.
Oh, Jamaica hibiscus? That just happens to be my favorite drink. A spooky
Oh,
ass
is that how you pronounce it?
Jamaica hibiscus. Yep. It's because it's a well, I was introduced to it by Spanish-speaking people, and so I know it as Jamaica hibiscus. They are saying Jamaica, but the J in Spanish is an H for us, so Jamaica hibiscus.
Fun.
Mhm.
Jamaican me crazy
have-
with that pronunciation.